Hello, class. This is Michael Salinas, and this is my ad analysis vlog of the Coke advertisement called hashtag Make It Happy that aired, I believe, in last year's Super Bowl as one of the ads. So I'm not going to go through exactly what the ad was, but I suggest you watch the ad before watching this video. But I'm just going to kind of go through the analysis of what I think is going on, why it is successful, through the top 10 list and the important questions we should ask to be media literate. All right, so let's get started. Did this ad tell a simple story, not just convey information? Yes, it told a very, very interesting story, but it was essentially simple. It was a minute long. It didn't take forever to explain, and I think it was easy to interpret, and I think that in that way it was effective. Number two, does the ad make the desired call to action a part of the story? Also, again, yes. At the end of the ad, you'll see that it has hashtag make it happen, and you can change your world. Basically, is a quote they put at the end. Basically, it's like you're in control, and you can make your day happy or sad. And yeah, it makes that pretty much call to action, but not to buy the product particularly, but to have control over your day and make it a good day. Hashtag make it happy. And this message is brought to you by Coke, pretty much. Connecting happiness to Coke as a company. Number three, does the ad use basic emotional appeal? Yeah, as you said, the idea of happiness, the idea of having a Coke in being spilled onto an internet server and having it spread happiness all around the internet in a time in our day and age where so much hate is available on the internet at all times. So that basic appeal of making everything more simple and less based on hatred and the use of the internet to create hatred, that I think is very effective use of emotional appeal. All right, number four, does the ad use easy arguments? Like, I guess I could say that it does use the argument of like happy is just being happy is better than spreading all this hatred, and Coke can help in that process. I guess it's not really an easy argument, but I think they do use that argument effectively. After like carefully reviewing the contents of the ad, I think that they got their message across pretty well. All right, number five, does the ad show and not tell? I think that the ad shows that Coke can create this happiness. That's what it's trying to convey, that this product can improve your day, can make you happier, and you can kind of forget about all the hatred that spreads everywhere. And in that way, I think the ad does show and not tell. Number six, does the ad use symbolic language and images that relate to the senses? And yes, I think so, because just in their use of camera angles and their use of quick cuts, I think at the beginning particularly, they have a lot of pop images of like hate, violence, and all that stuff. And throughout the ad, they switch over more to more calming, more to more what you would think of relaxing images and language overall. And I think they did that very well. At the beginning, you felt tense watching it. You felt tense, and you felt like not angry, but like you could understand that they're conveying anger. And throughout the video, you can understand that they used images and length of each cut to make it more relaxing and convey a idea of happiness. Number seven, does the ad match what viewers see with what they hear? And yes, at the beginning of the ad, like I said, they had the whole violence, hatred thing, and mainly what you heard was the taps on the keyboard and how that is spreading the hate. Later, when it's conveying, when the Coke spills on the servers, and you see all this happiness spreading, you hear music that's pretty not upbeat but relaxing, and it kind of spreads a feel of just not health but like just well being. Number 8, does ads stay with the scene long enough for impact? This isn't. I wouldn't say yes to this because they did, though they did have certain cuts where they were longer. The majority of the cuts were short, and they would they were trying to pack in different experiences for different people, and they only took up maybe 5 or 6 seconds each. So I don't think this ad did that well. Number 9, does the ad uh, let powerful video speak for itself? Uh, I would say yes, just because there's no real like speech involved. There's no one speaking really. All you see is images. All you see is images, and all you see is all you hear is the music, and the images are speaking. They're in a sense creating art, and we perceive art, and we understand what they're trying to say. So I do think they did that successfully. Number 10, does the ad use identifiable music? I Though the music was very good, I like the music a lot. I didn't immediately recognize that. I still don't know who it was. So in that sense, I wouldn't say that this is immediately recognizable music or identifiable. So I wouldn't say that they had number 10 right. Okay, moving on to the questions that need to be asked when dealing with these ads. Who made the message? Obviously, Coke made the message. Why was it made? It was made to, uh, well, first of all, sell Coke. It was targeted at people who were having a bad day, but it was also aired during the Super Bowl, which means that people were probably with friends or with family and enjoying that happiness that goes along with being together. So in that way, they're probably targeting both the people that are just being having a bad time, and the people that are connecting with others in a positive way. Who paid for it? Coke paid for it more than likely. More than likely, it was just from Coke's advertisement revenue. Who might benefit from this message, and who might be harmed from it by it? Uh, the immediate person that's gonna people that are gonna benefit are the people at Coke, the ones that are gaining this ad revenue, and harmed by it, the people that drink Coke because there's so much sugar and it's not necessarily the healthiest drink you can consume. So they are kind of in a sense spreading bad health. Why might this message matter to me? I think it matters to me because I don't drink Coke. I did when I was younger, but it matters to me in a way that I appreciated what they're trying to do, but I don't really appreciate their product, but I appreciate them trying to spread the idea of happiness, and I'm sure that people watching the ad kind of felt that they appreciated that Coke was trying to spread happiness, even though they're also trying to sell a product. What kind of action might I take in response to this message? If I was having a bad day, I wouldn't buy a Coke because I don't drink Coke and I don't support that. But I might decide to hang out with a friend, or I might decide to hang out with family because this message was based on happiness. And I mean, as a media literate person, though we understand what messages are trying to do, we also can take away the uh, positive feedback from them because it is essentially content. What is this about? What makes you think that? So yeah, it's about happiness and the ideas behind happiness, and how, though it is Coke and unhealthy, how one thing can change a day from bad and just upsetting to happy. It's your decision. It's your, as it says, like, uh, what was it called? Make it happy. Like, it's your job to make your life happy. You can do certain things to make that happen. The techniques that were used, the camera techniques, the music, the the kind of scene that was played out was very effective. I think at the beginning you saw uh, just sadness, hatred, violence, and the images on the video and the sounds that you heard reflected that. And when they changed to a more happier sound overall, sound and like imagery, you felt that as well. I think that was very effective. How might different people understand the message differently? I mean, if this was being played to a fan of Coke, they might take it much more differently than I would, because they love the product and they love what this company's trying to do as well. So it would be very harmonious to people that are watching the Super Bowl drinking a Coke, because they're having a good time and they're enjoying the product. And I think in that way it would be more harmonious than the effect that it had on me. What is my interpretation of this, and what do I learn about myself from my reaction or interpretation? Like I said, I understand that Coke isn't good for me. It's sugar, like it's just a lot of sugar and caffeine, which I guess the caffeine can make people happier or less irritable. But I understand that I'm trying to take away what's beneficial for me from this message, rather than going out to buy a Coke and getting a little more unhealthy. When was this made? As I said, it was made for the Super Bowl, I believe, last year, the year before that. Um, where or how was it shared with the public? Super Bowl? Uh, is this fact, opinion, or something else? I think it's opinion. I think it's just a message that's saying Coke could make you happier, and it's opinion that you control your own happiness. It's not a fact. I wouldn't say it's a fact. How credible is it, and what makes you think that? I think that the fact that it is a product advertisement makes it less credible for me, just because I know that they're trying to sell something. What is the source of the information, ideas, and assertions? I think that they're relying on emotion, just emotions that they feel and they see that other people can connect with their product, and using that to spread their message to a certain target audience. And then that understanding is what's most useful for me in taking away what I can from this ad. So this was my interpretation. I know it ran long, and I hope it can fit into the assignment or the discussion. But I hope you guys have a great day, and I hope you guys enjoyed this. Bye-bye.